Hey guys, Scrublord here. Back for another episode. In this episode, we are going to go through the Smouldering Lake, depending on how long it takes and how much of the footage I feel like can be shaved off, because this is quite a large optional area that we're going into. We may or may not fight the boss. I may just make this another level video and then go ahead and have the next video be two bosses. As I stated at the end of the last one, I thought we'd take a look at where we're at this point. Here's our character. We're still at 20 Halloween. We haven't died since we took the free levels from Yol of Londor. We are at level 42. I would say that's pretty appropriate for this area. I wouldn't say it's too high or too low, really. But we've still been putting all of our points into vigor and vitality in order to do this scrub mode, kind of easy mode of the game. That if you're struggling, you might, find that that's an effective, not pouring a lot of points into strength and dexterity, focusing more instead on upgrading your weapon. And lately, I've been putting a few points into endurance because I do feel like I'm getting staggered too much. I'm running out of stamina too much, especially in this area with those fast skeletons that were kind of tearing me up and almost killed me a couple times. But overall, things are going pretty well. So let's go on. We do have one problem, and that's that my main weapon is a fire weapon, and the boss of this area is a fire demon. So, and stronger than the one we just killed, which was also a fire demon. So it's obviously not terribly damaged by a fire weapon. So what we've got here is we've got this great big lake, a smoldering lake, if you will, and over the top of the lake is a giant ballista that's going to rain bolts down on us. And there's a whole lot of drops down there. And, we might take a death or two in this area just trying to get all the drops, but we really, really want them. A lot of large titanite shards. They're going to allow us to upgrade our weapon. They're hard to come by at this point in the game, but in this next area we're going into, they should be quite a bit easier to come by. So I think the first thing we're going to do is find out if I've completely screwed up the Henri and Horus thing. I'm suspecting maybe because I skipped over the Cathedral of the Deep or haven't talked to them in the Firelink Shrine, which I should have. But I'll go ahead and either speed up or cut out this portion if it turns out he's not even in this area where he's supposed to be. That is your giant worm. Look at that thing. Doesn't look fun to fight at all, does it? We're going to try to run around it. Might as well make sure we're full health. Wait till he got 3 shots out of the ballista. Actually going pretty well here. Alright. So, if we just stand behind this rock here, you'll see the ballista is trying to shoot us, but you know what it's doing? It is accidentally killing that giant worm. Oh, what a shame. Yay. Look at that. We got an undead bone shard, and we've got some other stuff to pick up out here as well. Some of it's pretty good. Oh. You can see the ballista up there. 1, 2. I see the third one, so I'll run out here and grab this item. The Shield of Want. The Shield of Want, much like the Silver Covetous Ring, is going to give us extra souls when we kill things. I'm going to run up and hit this bonfire while we're so close. There's some other things we need to do down in the Smouldering Lake. Evading and baiting the giant ballista. So we're going to run back down there, but we'll touch up this bonfire so that we can come back to it more easily. As I said, this is quite a large area, and I probably will not be going through all of it because, well, this is a script run, and the fact of the matter is, oh, my nephew finally platinumed Dark Souls 3. That's great. Anyway, what we want to do now is use the ballista to break a few things that we want. One of them is going to give us a somewhat valuable ring, and the other is going to give us another entrance to the area we're going into. So wait for your 3 shots. 1, 2, that's the third. Anything else on the ground out here? Oh. Okay, you see that wall right over there? Looks kind of breakable. Well, there's a reason for that. It's breakable. But we can't break it ourselves. We're going to have to use ballista bolts. Let's just go ahead and run over here. Stand here. There we go. That's it. The speckled stone plate ring. It's going to be kind of like, you know, the magic stone plate ring, or the fire stone plate ring, or the lightning stone plate ring. Except this one's going to give us a smaller bonus, but a broad spectrum of resistances. I'm going to go ahead and save it right here. And I'll go over 15 minutes. I've been scrumming it up sometimes when making these videos. I'm talking about how much I scrub things up, I walk right into the third arrow. Where are you at? Oh, you're over there. I'll make sure we don't aggro these crabs. I don't want to fight them. Look at how they're embered crabs. That makes them stronger. Come on down. Shoot me. Here it is. That's just what we wanted. That's not the way we want to go. We want to go this way because there's a crystal bug. Aha! I found you. No. Why am I not jump attacking? That's a fun. We got it. Chaos jump. Well, I didn't want that anyway. Okay, so I've got a little bit of a problem in this area. A lot of things are going to be strong against fire, and my best weapon is a fire weapon, and that's probably not going to work out the best for me. And we'll give it a shot here and see what happens. Fairly close to a bonfire. I'm sure we could take out at least one of these guys. But be warned, these guys are tough. Yeah, I'm not having much luck against this guy at all. Well, I'll be able to take him out, though. And they have those orbs that they put over their head, and those start shooting fireballs at you, too. Well, it's not very convenient at all. So here's our first bonfire. Go ahead and hit that. And there's a tome in this room for us. I believe it's a pyromancy tome. Okay, so I spent a little bit of time farming. I've got a new weapon. It looks similar to the Uchi. This is the chest that I skipped by in the area where the demon was, that the mimic drops the black blade. The reason I wanted to go back and get this, and then I ended up farming up and getting this new getup, I wanted the Lothric Knight sword to test that out. I wanted the Lothric Knight shield. It's quite nice lightning defense. And I wanted a weapon that isn't fire-based. And I'm still kind of iffy on whether I wanted to go with the Lothric Knight sword that I really wanted, or this black blade. The black blade does do bleed, and the fire creatures in this area are weak to bleed, so I went with this one, but it might have been a poor choice. We'll find out. So this here is the secret door, and right off the bat we've got a whole bunch of fire jelly things here. Oh, all that for this one Estus shard. Okay, so I switched bonfires to the Demon Ruins, and we're going to go ahead and approach the level from this area. Basically, these two bonfires are going to connect up eventually, but for some reason I kind of like tackling this area first. I think it's a little bit more frustrating, for one. See that, those fireballs? Those are really giving us fits. Come on. I've got very strong fire defense right now. Not only am I wearing a fire defense ring, I think I'm wearing a fire defense ring. If I'm not, I better put it on. I am. You can also see there that I've put on Havel's ring because I've changed my outfit, and I purchased this ring, Havel's ring, by using the guy in the Firelink Shrine that does the transposing of God souls, and the demon that we fought on the bridge above the Wolves of Farron Covenant entrance. His soul will give you Havel's ring, and what that does is increases your maximum equipment load. It allows me to use this heavier armor that I've put on, the Lothric Knight, as opposed to the regular Knight, which is better armor, but I admit it, I just think it looks nicer too. And this is a very ugly crew. These are the ones that don't have a weapon. And I believe this is a trap. It is indeed. Come on. I don't want to wake up your buddy. I just want to back you up. Yeah, that's not what I was expecting. We're gonna get our second death here. Oh, what the fuck? Alright, I need to adjust myself. Oh my God. Oh. Whew. Well, I thought for sure we were going to get our second death of the game there. Alright, so let's take this other one out quick before he has a chance to do anything. I got him. What the fuck? I don't even, I get kind of irritated a lot of times when people complain that Dark Souls is unfair. Because I don't feel like it is unfair. I feel like for the most part you get punished for your poor decisions. And there are times when you come across things where you're like, you know what, never mind, it's unfair. And that would be one of them. That particular enemy is too fast to fight effectively. And I know I'm kind of an old man, but it's not like I think that by being younger I would be able to have literally absolute split-second reflexes that would allow me to effectively fight that boss or that particular enemy. Alright. Now we put all that effort into getting that ember. Are you kidding me? I'm just R1 spamming this guy. And the reason I'm R1 spamming him is because what he is weak to is bleed. And the reason I chose this weapon over the other one is because it has bleed damage. We've got 2 more of those to fight. We're somehow going to have to do it at the same time. I think I can kill this thing. Oh, no, I don't want to fight more than one at once. There we go. Let's try to draw him out. That's fine. There we go. Yeah, I'm just going to keep spamming on him because eventually I'm going to get really nice damage. He's going to take a bleed. And his fireball is going to disappear. And he dropped me a large shard. I'll take that. Got another one down here though, right? Sure do. See that? 815. I didn't do that myself, not even collectively. Alright. So we got those guys taken care of. I believe that is an undead bone shard, which will allow us to upgrade our... And that's just trying to grief me, get me to waste my time. So we're gonna run down here. Kind of an interesting scenario here where a Black Knight is fighting Grooves. You know, at this point, I think I'm gonna go ahead and change back to my fire weapon because I've killed the fire demon things that were going to give me such fits. I thought there was a mage down here. This guy will do a lot of damage. He doesn't take a lot of hits, but he does a lot of damage. You know I've been chased down this hallway. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and take on this Black Knight. You know how I feel about these guys. Backstab City, baby. Yeah, that's right. Sit down, bitch. Ourselves a Black Knight's sword. Hopefully we can go through this area without taking any deaths. The real problem with dying down here is it's just going to really slow us down because there's so much that we're going to have to redo. Of course, I'll edit most of that out, but I'm thinking more along my own lines of what's going to be the frustration. This guy, he's not even guarding anything. What you get? Long stabs. Probably not very weak to fire. No, he doesn't even drop anything. It's just a waste of time. Don't bother with him. Alright. I don't like the look of this at all. Whoa. Alright. Oh, that was one of the ones that jumps on your head. So we got a little lucky there. And there's a mage. See anything else in here? I feel like it's a trap, and I've been down here before, so I ought to know. Oh, hey, we're gonna take a death. Let's try to get... general feeling on invaders is that tend to be very good at their craft. It is what they do. They like to grief you. They like to irritate you. And we have got to save at this point. So let's go ahead and save. The blue sentinel's going to save us here. You know, we've gone through most of this level, though. There's probably some small stuff to deal with. Wait a minute. Where's our blue sentinel guy? We can't even tell. Well, he's fighting. Well, we've cleared most of the level. I believe we've cleared almost all of the level. So where's my invader? Alright, well, I guess we just move on as though we don't have an invader, and if he shows up, he shows up. Come down here. There's some secret areas around here. This is a secret passage over here. It takes us to an item that we couldn't get to the regular way. That gives us a pyromancy tome. There's stuff down in these lava pits that if you're looking for your achievements, you're going to want to go ahead and go into those lava pits. You can use different fire resistance methods. I actually don't care if we die at this point because we're pretty much done with what we need to be done with. There are, but I'd like to show you a few secrets. And this invader doesn't seem to be cooperating with us, so. Oh, neither do the rats. Okay, so, oh, there's our invader. Dark Spirit the Thuggernaut. Oh, I guess he is a thug. Invade us in a difficult location, just to be a dick. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, got a weapon with nice reach. Good job, buddy. I guess we'll go ahead and save there. I don't know how much time we wasted chasing down some silly invader who really stunk. I'm terrible at PvP. By the way, whoever just died to me, if you actually witnessed this video, I am terrible at PvP, which makes you even worse. Alright, so what do we got down here? So what I wanted to show you down here is there's a couple secret doors, and I'm not going to go through this area. You can go up and you can shut off the ballista, but you know, I mean, if we're doing a scrub run here, the only thing really interesting down here, there's a bunch of cursed frogs and stuff, but the only thing really interesting is a drop down there. I think it's a high level either talisman or catalyst for sorcerers, which I don't use any spells. You can get the Fume Knight Greatsword by going down there and fighting a bunch of cursed frogs. You'll run into the invader that we saw in the last level, and he will have a sword. He'll be a regular human this time, and he'll have a sword for you to drop. That he'll drop a sword, as well as another lava area, as well as another area that takes you up to shut off the ballista. But you know what? I just don't care about any of that. I thought we killed this guy already. Is there a different one? Alright. Well, we're just going to go ahead and get... you know what? We're just going to call it a day here. Because I'm just going to go back to the bonfire, and I think we're going to make a video of either killing two bosses, which is going to be the boss of this area as well as Wolnir, or we're going to go back and clear out the Cathedral of the Deep now that we've got higher level weapons. And we need to do that because once you kill Wolnir, you enter in a new area of the game, and you need to kill the Deacons of the Deep to get this doll that will get you through this invisible wall that gets you into Irithyll. So killing Wolnir at this point doesn't do us any good because we can't progress past there. So we'll just call it a night there, and thanks for watching. Leave a like.